Guard, when we say guard, we're basically referring to the guy's legs, right? So much so that when we do this here, we say we pass the guard. So the guard is his legs. And when we break this down, I'm in a moment of attacking the guard, and Leko is in a moment of defending the guard. He basically has two weapons working in his favor, foot and shin. The thigh is useless, practically useless. The foot will work either bracing or as a hook, and the shin works as a shield or frame. And so we have, let's call them, hook and shield. Basic principle. I want the hooks far away from me. If not, his first line of defense is his hooks, second line his shield. Didn't work, he got a hook. I want the shields pointing to the opposite side of the direction I'm going to pass. So if I'm going to pass this way, I want the shields pointing that way so they don't fight against me. So again, lines of defense. First line of defense, hook. Second line of defense, shield. Ideal world, hooks far from me. If it goes wrong and he wins an inside hook, whatever. I want the shields pointing to the opposite side of the pass. What does that mean? I pointed this way. I'm saying this because even a lot of higher belts make this mistake. I pointed his shields that way. If I pass this way, there's going to be a fight. Of course there is. Does that mean I can't pass? No, it just means it'll be much harder. You need much more skill to pass on that side. Got it? Good. Going back to the guard now, since you already got the principle, I have a few ways to pass this guard. I can pass laterally, circling. I passed laterally. I can pass through the center, meaning around by angling or through the center. I can pass over the guard, or I can pass under it. Let's start with the simplest. Why did I show the four paths? Because sometimes you get too fixated on one type of pass, one pathway. Oh, there are guys who only pass from here, always to this side. That guy will get in trouble depending on the type of guard you play. If you give him a guy who plays double inside hooks, he'll have trouble passing. Double inside hooks, I'm having trouble circling. I have to remember I can pass over. I have over-the-top passes. So what do I want you to do? Using these principles, grab your training partner and play first with his first line of defense. Do whatever. Keep the hooks away, walk. Try to get to the side. Easy, no muscling. Then your partner goes, then you come back. When I say so, first we work only the first line, then we go to the second line. Here. Throw the shield that way. Then clear the leg and pass to the opposite side, and just that, just playing without a strict sequence right now. Just absorb the principle. Let's go. I said we have four ways to pass the guard. Lateral, through the center, over and under. I told you to move freely so you can feel this. Generally, when we try to pass laterally, it's a dynamic, fast pass. That back and forth footwork fight, same thing with passing over. These are passes where I need explosiveness, agility, speed. Meaning, will a really heavy guy try to do lateral or over passes? Doesn't make sense. Now, passing through the center, that doesn't mean there's no fast middle pass. There is. But generally, passes through the center and passes under are pressure passes. Slower, pressure-oriented. Why is it important for us to know this? I'm fighting a guy, tried lateral, didn't work, tried over, didn't work. The guy keeps kicking me away with his foot. It's worth trying through the center or under. What does that mean? It means my opponent has good skill defending dynamic guard passes. Loose hips, annoying hooks, striker type guard. You have more chance of passing through or under with pressure than dancing side to side. On the other hand, you'll face a guy you can't pass under or through the center. Very strong shield, heavy hips, always pushing you away. That guy you'll have more success passing with a dynamic pass, over with a blast, lateral. This matters in competition. You're banging your head with a dynamic pass, try a static one. I'm passing here, Leko follows. I switch, he counters, bro, stop here, start gaining ground and go. Slow down, try a more grinding pass. That's why I did that whole introduction, so you'd understand this thing. So let's go. Let's start with a very easy pass to do. The Toreando Pass. Toreando. Throw to the side. What's the mistake people make? They want to start from square one and throw to the side. Here, Leko's reaction is easy. He swings back. See? He recovers easily. Looks silly, but it isn't. Or there are guys who only have one pass. You shut down that pass, they're done. And more, there are guys who only have one pass and only to one side. Sounds silly, but it's real. There are tough guys who, if you play guard this way, they pass. If you play guard that way, they trip over themselves and can't pass. Happens a lot. Then Zulu said, Yeah, if you're fighting a guy who tried passing to the side, over, under, through, and none worked, that guy's a demon. Exactly. So what do we do? Pray. No. In Luta Livre, we say, a guard you can't pass, you attack the foot. You tried, man. Tried blasting through. It's tough. Dynamic pass. The guy has loose hips, crazy hooks, like an octopus, 8 legs. Tried blasting through. He's skilled. Can't pass the guard. Attack the foot. Straight ankle lock. Toreando then. Coming back to the bullfighter pass. I can't just go from point zero and throw to the side. His reaction time is greater, and he might even counterattack my foot. The bullfighter pass works like this. I first pressure to one side, then throw to the other. So here I pressure to one side, pressuring that side. What does Leko want? Fight back to center. When he wants to come back, that is when I throw to the opposite side. I use his body reaction against him. So it's not 0.0 to 1, it's 1 to 2. 0.0, 0.1, 0.2. Here I can pass. Once I get here, I have 2 initial possibilities. I threw to this side, he forced back. I'm trying to collapse his leg. He pushes back, I throw. I can ideally post on this knee. Or sometimes I have to post with this closer hand, then drop, kill the hips, and get my side control. Why is it risky to drop straight into side control? Because he can slip his knee back inside, guard recovery, and then you're fighting again. So when we do the bullfighter pass, you see here, look at the timing. I'm a slower guy. I won't have time to do this. On the other hand, sometimes throwing this way in my base, I'm not going to go that far. I'll just kill with the near hand. When Leko fights, I'll have to adjust to reverse side control. I know it seems like a lot at first, but it's not. Coming back to the bullfighter pass, I go from 0.0 to 0.1 to 0.2. Okay? If I got knee on belly normally, from here I'll drop to side control. Or if he underhooks this arm, I'll drop to scarf hold. If I block the other knee, not the usual knee, I won't go to regular side control. In that timing, he'll sneak the knee. If I block the other knee, I'll drop into reverse side control. Good? Got the first principle? What do you need to pay attention to? I threw here, Leko pushback. I threw, he will stay here like you're staying only if he's a corpse. So if I'm fighting, if suddenly during that leg movement he has a heart attack, he died, then he'll stay here. Then I don't have to worry about foot locks, nothing. He's dead. What will happen is he'll push my knee and turn toward me, right? When I beat his defenses, all I want is for those defenses not to return. So I'm here. He pushes. You notice that the movement of someone defending or recovering guard is to create space. And mine, once I beat the defenses, is to take space away. My first attempt to take space is with the knee. But when he pushes and moves his hips back, you notice there's a big gap here. If I try to drop side control now, Leko will turtle. Aye. And I'll lose the pass. If that happens, bow, because sometimes I may be so efficient that I kill his hips right here, fine. But if he creates space, I'll take the space away with my head. The guy is blocking my knee. No point trying to knee slide here, no point trying to spin this way as he'll turtle. He turns to turtle here, no use. He pushed my knee, I'm going to sink my head here. Where do I put my head? On his hips. Why? What don't I want near me? His defenses. I can even place my head on one side and my hand on his hip, like this. I dominated there. He fought, I throw, I go, head, hand on hip. He pushed my knee. I go head in, hand on the hip. If I try to spin to the back, he'll turtle. Exactly. So I will spin to the back, but with my elbow pulling his arm into my hip. He pushed here. Hand on the elevated hips. Now I'm going to spin to his back, and with this elbow I drag his arm. There is no way for him to turtle, and here I stabilize the position, okay?